Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to understand the next unit, that is networking in IoT. So, networking in IoT, so nothing but everyone knows that the network is nothing but a collection of different nodes, a collection of different terminals. Each terminal is used to interact with each other, so that is called as communication line. For interaction purpose only, we are going to use the network. We know that. So what is a networking in IoT? So let me understand it one by one. The first topic in this particular thing is convergence of domains. What is convergence of domains? Let me explain you. So in IoT technology, so there is lots of needs of convergence of domains. There is lots of needs. So that may be a well-defined needs, not well-defined needs are there. So that is regarding convergence of various domains. How, for example, here I am showing you some well-defined and non-well-defined contents. One is IoT breakthrough innovation. IoT breakthrough innovation. Next is IoT sustaining innovation. Next is IoT basic research and IoT disruption innovation. There are four type of different types of innovations and researches that was going. There are different types of domains are there in IoT. So based on that particular domain, there are lots of work is going on. There are so many scientists, they are developing different types of papers on different domains related to IoT. So that is regarding the concept of convergence of domains. So let me one by one we are going to understand one by one concept. So at the bottom we have IoT basic research. Generally nowadays there is lots of basic research was going on regarding internet of things. So the concepts like quantum teleportation, like quantum computing and nanotechnologies. So whenever we are talking regarding nanotechnology, so there was a basic research always going on IoT, internet of things. So that is what is nanotechnology. Nanotechnology consisting of small nano electronics. Nano electronics means there is small sensors, small very tiny sensors and tiny actuators that was embedded in a small circuit. So based on that particular circuit, a real-time task is going to be done. Like for example, I already tell so many times that is regarding in healthcare system. In major operations, the human conditions can be measured using some nanotechnologies. For example, what is the kidney condition and what is his heart condition inside the organ, what is the position internally. So anything is happened, anything is going to be monitored, that will be monitored using a nanotechnologies. Not only that, nanotechnologies is also used to develop different types of computers. In lots of motherboards this nanotechnologies was using. Nano means very tiny. Nowadays we are seeing all, before there was a desktops, the huge motherboards are there. Whenever we are seeing the laptops, there is less motherboard. It is integration of all the chips into a single unit. So there is lots of what is that, ICs, transistors, resistors, capacitors, etc. There are lots of things that was there, that is combined into a single unit called nanotechnologies. So nanotechnologies, nowadays there is lots of papers that is writing in nanotechnologies. So it is also one of the IoT approach. And come to quantum teleportation. Quantum teleportation is the concept of quantum communication. Nowadays there is lots of security. Whenever we are considering the IoT devices, there was a lots of security. So one IoT device can transfer the data from one place to another place, one network to another network, So then what happened in between in the communication channel, we need to send the encrypted data from source to destination, from source to destination, as well as the reciprocal, destination to source. So while transferring, there are lots of security algorithm that was using nowadays, like RSA, AES, SHA algorithms. There are lots of algorithms whenever transferring the data from one place to another place. But whenever we are considering quantum teleportation or quantum communication, so nobody will not know what is the 0 and 1. So whenever it was in quantum 0 and 1, nobody will not encrypt, because based on the quantum techniques, the zeros and ones will be generated and it will be sent to the binary data. So there are lots of quantum algorithms that was writing in IoT basic research. So that is one of the research area. So we can say that was the one of the convergence of domains, that is IoT basic research. And come to IoT disruptive innovations. What is IoT disruptive innovations? In IoT disruptive innovation is also another important domain. There was lots of research is going on under that IoT disruptive innovation. So that is virtual worlds. We are seeing what you are seeing here. Actually, I was there in one place, but you are seeing in different place. So like this, you can create a virtual worlds. Virtual world is nothing but nowadays we are seeing a virtual environment, a virtual photo, virtual games. You are seeing lots of virtual games are creating through IoT devices. You are there, you can see in a real world. So you are there in a any other world. You are seeing in so many virtual games are there. Lots of people are working on this. So using the IoT devices, you can create different types of virtual worlds. So virtual games, in the virtual games, there are different types of IoT devices that was developed. So that is not physical appearance, that was in virtual. Virtual means it is different. So IoT disruptive innovations, there are lots of disruptive innovations is going on whenever we are considering the Internet of Things. So there are lots of domains, papers is going on, research is going on virtual worlds. Creating a virtual world is also one of the thing. So whenever we are talking regarding disruptive innovation means you are creating different types of animations and every any other things virtually. It is not there physically, but we feel you are there like this. And next thing is IoT sustaining innovation. Sustaining till this particular domain explains that. So there was a sustaining innovations that was going on regarding IoT. That is integration of cloud technologies. So we know that what is a cloud. So cloud provides the reliable data, scalable data. So we know that whenever we are using cloud means what? Cloud is a cluster of servers. So whenever I am having my own organization, I don't have any servers, so I can give some money, I will pay some money to the cloud. The cloud provides, a major organizations provides the cloud, which every cloud is having a set of servers. These servers, you can store the data, you can manipulate the data. We need not concern regarding security. The security will be provided by the cloud, and the storage area will be provided by the cloud. Don't need to worry, there is a reliable data that is coming every time. So that's why whenever any smart system is going to be developed by any organization, they want to choose cloud computing. So cloud integration means whatever smart system you develop, that will be integrated with cloud technologies. So there are lots of cloud technologies that was used. So different organizations, they will use public clouds, private clouds, their own clouds. Cloud is nothing but a cluster of servers which provides an area to store the data, which provides different types of software tools you can easily access. Cloud provides lots of security like this. So there was an integration of different types of IoT systems with cloud technology is also one of the major domain. There are lots of research is going on nowadays. So many people that is related to IoT, they are not using cloud technologies. Now they are using fog technologies. We will discuss detailedly whenever we are talking regarding fog computing or cloud computing. Both are same, but whenever IoT was improved, number of IoT devices was coming nowadays. That's why they use fog computing. Okay, we will understand later. And next thing is IoT breakthrough innovation. So IoT breakthrough innovation tells that there is lots of interoperability. There is lots of interoperability will be there. What I am going to say here, there is lots of research work that is going on. There is lots of breakthrough innovation is going on. That is semantic interoperability, energy harvesting. If you see, IoT is used in different areas. We already understand it so many times with different examples and different animated gifs. If you see energy harvesting, so every time we need to consume how much of energy we needed, we must consume that. If you want to get more energy, then the energy is wasting. So that may be heat, that may be electrical power, or anyway anything. So in energy harvesting in agricultural fields, we are using different types of IoT smart systems to find the crop length, to find what is the growth of the crop. In agricultural fields, we have different types of IoT applications was there. So whenever we are considering any IoT system, so there was interoperability must be there. So once again, we will discuss what is interoperability in detail, but I will tell you what is interoperability. In the case of programming languages, I can say .NET environment provides interoperability. I think you know that. For example, I developed a C sharp application through .dll file. I created .dll file, dynamic link library file, using C sharp language. Then any other person will use VB language, still he or she can access the logic of the DLL file. I created using C sharp. Any other person is using any different language like VB or VC++ or J sharp. So there is an interoperability language. But what here I am going to say, whenever any particular company, any IoT company is manufactured one IoT device, it is interoperable in different environments. It is interoperable in different environments. For example, if I manufactured an IoT device, it can access any type of protocol, it can access any type of network. So any type of network, any type of configuration, any type of protocols, any type of prefixes will be supported by the IoT device, then it will be interoperable. So this type of domain, in this IoT domain, so there is lots of research work is going on, because it is not easy for interoperability in the case in the concern of interoperability. Okay, so we understand it. The concept of convergence of domains. Please go through this. So many examinations, some questions will be given. What is convergence of domains? Explain briefly. So you have to consider all these particular parts like IoT basic research. You have to keep a side heading and write regarding nanotechnologies and quantum teleportation, means quantum computing. And you can also write the IoT disruptive innovations, that means virtual worlds, virtual games, virtual images, virtual environments. You can write all the things. You can also go for IoT sustaining innovations. In IoT sustaining innovations, integration of cloud technologies, different types of cloud technologies, and IoT breakthrough innovations like semantic and interoperability, energy harvesting, you can write. So write all the side headings and write it neatly whenever anybody asks you the question. The basic needs and what are the domain research area that was going on related to IoT. Okay. Okay, students. Next, we will see the components of IoT. What are the IoT components? So we know that so many times we understand. Sometimes write a short notes on IoT components. Sometimes this type of question will be given. So here clearly they will be explaining to you. They will be different components, that is in a hierarchical order. We will understand from top component to bottom component. If you see here, if you see here in the side picture, IoT components, first is the device, nothing but internet of thing is nothing but a real-time object. It consisting of sensors, actuators, and other ICs that will be clubbed into a single unit, which is used to grab the data and perform certain action based on different types of quantities. Different types of quantities means what we understand it, based on pneumatic energy, based on electric energy, based on mechanical energy. So internet of thing will perform certain action. We need an internet of thing is nothing but the device, any IoT device. So please keep side heading IoT device, what it is going to. IoT device is nothing but a real-time object which is consisting of some embedded circuit. In the embedded circuit there is a collection of sensors, actuators, transducers, and ICs, transmitters, etc., which is all is clubbed into a single unit to perform a certain action. When it will perform the action? Whenever it is connected to a network. So the second component, what we are understanding, another IoT component, that was local network. Local network means we know that local area network, LAN. We can say IoT LAN. IoT LAN means in local area network, without having an internet, we have an intranet. We can capable of transferring the data from one area to another area. Means one IoT device to another IoT device. There is very simple communication. Whenever small organization want to develop small smart things, then we will go for local area network only. So generally if you consider the IoT devices, they will use the internet. So because for processing of data and transferring, storing of data will be there in the cloud so many times. But if you are maintaining the local servers, then local area network is enough to perform a smart task uh, within a range of area. Then we will use the local area network. You can say that was IoT LAN. In the previous classes also we understand the same thing. So it is one of the important IoT component. And next thing is internet. Internet is the another IoT component. First thing is IoT device, nothing but a thing. Next is local area network. Local area network, if IoT device wants to communicate from one continent to another continent, one country to another country, then we need an internet. If you want to transfer the data, want to process the data, want to calculate the data through IoT device, is we need the main communication channel, that is an internet, because internet is the collection of different types of networks. So we can say it is the collection of different networks. Okay, the network will use different types of configuration, but it is clubbing all the things into a single unit. Okay, whatever it may be. So internet provides a very good platform. Internet provides a very good platform for transferring the data. We can grabbing the data, we can measuring the data in IoT system. In IoT system. Okay, and next is backend services. If you're talking regarding backend services is also one of the important IoT component. What is a service? Service will be distributed. There will be different types of services will be there. Service is nothing but a logic that will be there in a proxy server. For example, when you are considering your mobile, if you play songs, at the same time you can minimize and listen to the lesson. That means at the background there was service is going on, so that's why your battery is going to be consumed, your mobile battery is going to be consumed. Any application that is there at the background, then what happened, the backend service will be continuously running, not only the mobile application. If you're talking regarding an IoT application, IoT internet of thing device, so it is continuously sensing some data. So that means any service must be open in the cloud computing or in the cloud. So there will be a backend services always running. So that's why huge amount of data that is always stored for the purpose of the analysis and other purposes. So backend services is also one of the component, because whenever you are running very huge IoT systems, then definitely there was lots of backend services that was running because of to run a proper task in the system, in the IoT system. And come to the applications. If you consider the applications, there are lots of IoT application. Without application, these four components is a one part, and another thing is another and is an application. Without application, you cannot monitor the entire IoT system. You cannot organize the application. You cannot manage the entire system. If you want the system, then you need an application. The application may be, so for example, all the IoT application that is developed using an Arduino software, there are different types of libraries was available. You can manipulate, manage the complete task through IoT devices. So I am saying that application is also one of the important component. Without application, you can't monitor the entire IoT system. You can't manage the entire IoT system. That means I can say IoT system, smart system, both are same. You can tell anyway. So that is regarding various types of IoT components. Let me understand. Let me understand to you with another small example here. So what happened here is there are different types of, in this particular figure we have different types of internet of things are there. Please see, there are different types of internet of things. That may be a bulb, that may be a bulb. See here, that may be a bulb at right left side, you can see. That may be a router, that may be a thermostat, that may be an electrical equipment, anything, any internet of thing. We know that what is a thing is consisting of, it is an embedded device which consisting of sensors, actuators, other ICs, etc. Sensors and actuators. Sensors will sense the data, actuators will perform certain action, ICs is used to process the data. These all things are clubbed into a single unit. That is a real time thing. One second. That is a real time things. These different types of things that is connected to a local area network using different types of communication technologies. Whenever we are considering the local area network in IoT devices, there is Bluetooth will be used, Zigbee will be used. Bluetooth is a technology we will transfer the voice from one area to another area within the limited size. And Zigbee is one of the technology. Using Zigbee also we can transfer the data of one IoT device to another IoT device using different types of protocols. And 6LoWPAN is one of the important protocol we are using in local area networks for the purpose of low power consumption. Whenever we are understanding regarding low power consumption, then we will choose the communication channel, that is local area network, and the communication technology we will use the Zigbee, 6LoWPAN, or different things, LoRa, like this. Okay, like this type of technologies we will use within the local area. When if you understand the next thing is, we must connected the local area to global area network. If you want to transfer in continent to continent or country to country, then we must go through internet. So internet is the one of the important facility to transferring the data. We can store the data in the cloud, we can analysis, real-time analysis will be done through internet. Without the internet we cannot retrieve the entire data. So the real-time IoT devices that was connected to local area networks are connected to internet. And there is lots of backend services that is also going on, like the servers which can be having different types of logics. Based on the logic backend service, I already tell that whenever we are establishing any IoT, internet of things smart system, there are lots of operations that is automatically going on at the back, because there must be having a particular task how to be done through backend services only. Without backend services, the smart system cannot be complete. So that's why everything is important. So these all are the important components, please remember. So this entire system can be manipulated, organized and maintained through an application only. Whatever IoT devices, these all things through the devices. So through applications only. You must consider the four components, that is IoTs, local area networks, internet and backend services. Please go through that. Okay.